In our last video, you discovered the solo operator era and how AI flips the fear of being replaced into opportunity by letting you choose who you want to serve and revealing products already surging in demand with our special tool, Customer Compass. But here's the problem. Products alone don't win. If all you have is a product, you'll always be fighting an uphill battle. You'll be competing on price, you'll blend in with everyone else, and you'll live in constant fear that a bigger company or even another solo operator will beat you with deeper pockets or flashier ads. Because people don't really buy products, they buy brands. And without a brand, you're just another commodity. Now, to help explain why a brand is the difference between success and failure, I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine and one of the most brilliant e-commerce marketers that I know, Devin Dorish. Devin started exactly where you may be right now. He was working a corporate job in finance, stuck in a 60-minute commute, listening to podcasts and dreaming about freedom. He and his wife, Katie, started working nights and weekends, building their own brand. On May 6, 2016, he walked into his boss's office and quit his job for good. Since then, Devin has built an 8-figure e-commerce brand, helped scale companies like Lifeboost Coffee to $1.6 million per month on Amazon, and co-created the Amazing Selling Machine with me. He's taught thousands of entrepreneurs how to turn product ideas into real, profitable brands.
When I think back to those days in my corporate job, it feels like a lifetime ago. Every morning, I'd drag myself out of bed, get in the car, and drive 45 minutes to an office that I didn't want to be at. I'd put on podcasts during the commute, stories of entrepreneurs who had broken free, who were living life on their own terms, and I'd think to myself, there has to be more to life than this. I was working in finance and accounting, and on paper, it looked like a solid career. But inside, I was miserable. I wasn't passionate about what I was doing. I knew I was trading time I couldn't get back for a paycheck that would never give me the life that I wanted. The turning point came when Katie and I decided we couldn't just dream about freedom. We had to build it. So we started working on our own brand every evening after work and every weekend. For a year and a half, we hustled. Katie had already left her job and I was so close. Finally, in May of 2016, I walked into my boss's office and handed in my resignation. That day changed everything. Now, here's the lesson that I want to pass on to you. Because it's the same mistake that I made at first, and it's the same mistake I see new sellers make all the time: chasing products. I call these sellers mercenaries. They jump from product to product, just trying to make a quick buck. Maybe they see fidget spinners trending, so they jump on it. Or they copy the latest gadget on Amazon. They might get a little traction, but it never lasts because there is no connection, no loyalty, and no mission. On the other hand, the sellers who win, the ones who build million-dollar brands and beyond, are missionaries. They don't start with what's hot right now. They start with who do I want to serve and whose problem do I want to solve. When you're a missionary, your brand is your flag. It represents something bigger than just making money. And your customers can feel that. They're not just buying a product, they're joining a story, a mission. Let me give you a real example. Think about bathroom wipes. For years, the packaging was all the same: pastel colors, pictures of babies, flowers, boring stuff, commodities. Then a couple of entrepreneurs said, wait, what about the guys who don't connect with that? They created Dude Wipes. Black packaging, bold branding, unapologetically male. Today, that brand sells over $100 million per year. Same type of product, but one is a mercenary, the other a missionary. That is the power of a brand. When Katie and I built our business, it wasn't easy. But once we figured out how to plant our flag, once we stopped chasing products and started building a brand that served real people, we went from struggling to scaling. We built an 8-figure brand, we've helped scale other brands to over $1 million per month, and we've taught thousands of students how to do the same. And I can tell you this, the ones who succeed are always the missionaries. That's why this step, turning your product into a brand, is so critical. Without it, you're just another commodity. But with it, you're a movement, a mission, and a story that people want to be a part of. And the best part, With AI today, creating a brand identity that would have taken agencies, designers, and tens of thousands of dollars now just takes minutes. And Mike's about to show you exactly how.
Thanks, Devin. And that's exactly why we built our next tool, Brand Forge. It takes the customer and product ideas you found with Customer Compass and instantly forges them into a brand identity that people actually remember. Let's try it. After you've signed up for Brand Forge, you should receive an email with a direct link to the tool within about 5 minutes. And once you click on that link, it'll take you right to the Brand Forge tool that you see here on my screen. And just like as in our Customer Compass tool, you'll see that it's incredibly simple to use, yet incredibly powerful. All you need to do in order to create your own brand is enter in your primary customer and what types of products you intend on selling. You can use the type of customer that you entered in when using Customer Compass, or use any type of customer you'd like to sell to. Just be creative if you want to. So, hikers, new parents, home baristas, kids, runners, any type of customer you can think of. Then you also enter in the type of product that you plan on selling. And while you could enter in the exact product, for example, if you are going to sell a hydration pack for runners, I don't recommend being that specific, because the goal of your new brand and business isn't just to sell one product. It's to eventually build out an entire line of products. So if in this example, I'm going to sell to runners, and if I were going to sell a hydration pack, I could just enter in gear for runners. And then from there, I click Forge My Brand. Now, what happens next is absolutely crazy, even though you won't have any idea at all for at least a half a minute or so. And that's because Brand Forge just sent your customer and product type to our custom AI engine, which is building out not just one, but 3 complete brands for you, each with a different style and tone to give you several options to choose from. Now, you won't see the logos yet because those are also being generated and take a little bit more time. But after about 90 seconds in total, those will be generated as well, and you'll have everything you need for each of these 3 brands. And while most people think all you need is a brand name and maybe a logo, you actually need a lot more. And Brand Forge gives you all of that. So we're going to give you 3 different brands, and for each one, we're going to tell you what the style is. So this is a minimal style of a brand. This is more of an artisanal, and this is more of a scientific. And you can get several different types of styles depending upon what our AI brand specialist chose for you. So we have Pulse Run, Sprinter and Loom, and Kinetic Gear as the suggested 3 brand names. You'll also see a slogan below each brand name, and then you'll see the logos themselves. And keep in mind, you may get a couple different variations of the logos because that's pretty common. It may show you a couple different options. One could be a small one that you put into your packaging that might be small, and one could be a full logo you put on your website. The AI makes decisions and tries to give you what it thinks you need. Now, for each of your brands, you're also going to get a color palette as well. And when it comes to creating a website, people don't really think about this too much. They just go whatever the defaults are in there. But the reality is, your brand should have not only its own style and tone, it should have its own color palette so that people know when they see an email from you or a web page from you that it's you and it's instantly recognizable. And speaking of that, we're also going to give you different typography. So think of these as different fonts. And we're going to give you the headline font and also anything for the regular text on your page. Then we're going to tell you a little bit more about your brand voice, what it stands for, and give you some do's and don'ts that whenever you want to send anything or create anything for this brand, how should you behave? So for example, for the Pulse Run, it says this brand voice is clean, concise, relentlessly practical. Pulse Run speaks to runners who value speed, efficiency, and gear that disappears on the run. So for the do's, use precise, benefit-led language, emphasize weight, breathability, and durability, showcase performance data and real-world outcomes, and to keep visuals uncluttered and legible at speed. And then it's also going to tell you things not to do. And it's going to give you these do's and don'ts for all 3 of the different brands. Then Brand Forge is also going to give you a backstory to tell people, how did this brand come to life? We'll also give you an about us so that you put that right on your own store on your website so that you don't have to think about what to put in there. And Brand Forge even gives you 3 suggested social media bios as well. Now, all this took about 90 seconds. And granted, it may take a little longer depending on how many people we have using Brand Forge, but this used to take weeks, if not months, and also tens of thousands of dollars to hire companies to build out for you. all through the power of AI. And if you want to save this, you can always just right mouse click on the logos to save them to your computer or device. And you can also save everything to a PDF so you don't have to write it all down. And if you want to run it again, click on run it again. And if you want to start over and try a different type of customer or different type of product, just click start over and try it again. You can use BrandForge as many times as you want. Now think about it. Imagine you walk into a running store. On the shelf are two products. One is labeled adjustable hydration belt. The other is branded Pulse Gear, engineered for runners who push past the finish line. Which one are you drawn to? That's the difference between a commodity and a brand. And here's the best part. You just created a brand in less than a minute. That used to take teams of designers, agencies, and tens of thousands of dollars. Now you can do it as a team of one. Now at this point, another huge question comes up. Okay, Mike, I have got my product idea and my brand, but how do I actually get it made? It's a great question, because if you can't find a reliable supplier, you don't have a business. This used to take weeks or months of digging, but today, AI makes it faster and easier than ever. There are two simple tools that I recommend. Perplexity AI, which is the best for products made outside of China, such as supplements, food, lotions, or beauty creams. And then Axio, Alibaba's new AI-powered sourcing tool, which is best for products made overseas, especially in China. And I've been directly involved in helping them improve it. I was invited to speak at the Co-Create event in front of over 3,500 attendees about the future of sourcing. I've personally met with Axio's CEO and their entire R&D team to give feedback and suggestions for how to make Axio even better. So when I say that this is the future of sourcing, I know because I've helped shape it. Since these tools are AI-powered, you simply tell them what it is you're looking for and let them do all the heavy lifting. So if I were to use Perplexity to search for a supplement or beauty manufacturer, I would type in something like this. Find me private label manufacturers for a vitamin C serum manufactured in North America, because I know that those types of products are made somewhere in Canada, United States, or Mexico. Then I'll click the arrow and let it go out there and do all the research for me. And as you can see here, it only took a few seconds for to find several different manufacturers with links to their websites that I can go check out and then contact them to get pricing. And Axio works the same way. It's made by Alibaba.com, who has the top sourcing website in the entire world and has for decades, and it has all the power of those manufacturers and products built into it. However, it has AI layered on top, so you just let it do all the searching for you. So if I'm looking for anything that's not a supplement or beauty product, I'll just type it in here. Let's say that I want to sell some hydration belts for runners. I would just type this in. Find me private label manufacturers for hydration belts for runners. Then click the arrow and let it do its work. And again, that only took a few moments for it to find lots of different products and suppliers. So I can scroll through the results, check out the different products, the different companies making them, and then as you click on each one, it'll pull up a way for you to directly contact these suppliers and get quotes on any product that you see. Now, between Perplexity and Axio, you can now find suppliers for almost any product in minutes, not months. Think about how far you've come already. You started with the fear of competing with big companies. You use Customer Compass to choose your audience and product. You forged your brand identity instantly with BrandForge. And now, you even know how to find a supplier to bring it to life. This used to take entire teams, huge budgets, and months of work. Now, you can do it in days as a solo operator. But there's still one big question left. How do you get customers? In my next video, I'll show you our AI launch formula, the proven method to launch your brand using Shopify first, and then use Amazon as overflow for people searching for your brand name. You'll also see how Devin sets up Amazon PPC campaigns for new brands, so you're not wasting thousands of dollars fighting the big companies, but capturing profitable sales the smart way. For now, take the next step. Click the button below to open BrandForge. Type in your product and your audience, and watch it give you a brand name, logo, colors, backstory, and a brand voice. This is the step that turns your idea into a real brand that customers remember. So take care, and then I'll see you in the next video.